Desperado is the second studio album by the American band Eagles. It was recorded at Island Studios in London, England and released in 1973. Desperado is a concept album, based on the themes of the Old West. Originally, Don Henley, Glenn Frey, Jackson Browne, and J.D. Souther were working on a series of songs about anti-heroes, but ran out of ideas after writing Dulan Dalton and James Dean. The latter was shelved and they instead began to write songs from the themes established in Dulan Dalton. The band members are featured on the album's cover dressed like an outlaw gang. Desperado remains the only Eagles album where the band members appear on the front cover. Although the title track is one of the Eagles' signature songs, it was never released as a single. The song Desperado was ranked number 494 on Rolling Stone Euro's 2004 list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. The album did yield two singles, though, Tequila Sunrise, and Outlaw Man. Those two singles reached number 64 and number 59 respectively. The album reached number 41 on the charts and sold 2 million copies. Desperado was the last Asylum Records album to be distributed in North America by Atlantic Records, prior to Asylum's mid-1973 merger with Elektra Records by Asylum's, Elektra's and Atlantic's parent company, Warner Communications. Critical reception: AllMusic editor William Ullman praised that Henley had more involvement with the album, but wrote that it was simultaneously more ambitious and serious-minded than its predecessor and also slighter and less consistent. Track listing: Side 1, Dulan Dalton Euro 326, lead vocals by Don Henley and Glenn Frey, harmonica by Glenn Frey. 21 Euro 211, lead vocals, dobro and banjo by Bernie Leadon. Out of Control Euro 304, lead vocals and lead guitar by Glenn Frey. Tequila Sunrise Euro 252, lead vocals and acoustic guitar by Glenn Frey, lead guitar and mandolin by Bernie Leadon. Desperado Euro 336, lead vocals by Don Henley, piano by Glenn Frey. Side 2, Certain Kind of Fool Euro 302, lead vocals by Randy Meisner, acoustic guitar and mandolin by Bernie Leadon, lead guitar by Glenn Frey. Dulan Dalton Euro 048, Outlaw Man Euro 334, lead vocals, acoustic guitar, and piano by Glenn Frey, lead guitar by Bernie Leadon. Saturday Night Euro 320, lead vocals Don Henley, acoustic guitar by Don Henley and Glenn Frey, second lead vocal by Randy Meisner, mandolin by Bernie Leadon. Bitter Creek Euro 500, lead vocals by Bernie Leadon. Dulan Dalton / Desperado Euro 450, lead vocals by Don Henley, banjo and dobro by Bernie Leadon. Personnel: Glenn Frey Euro guitars, piano, electric piano, harmonica, vocals, Don Henley Euro drums, acoustic guitar, vocals, Bernie Leadon Euro guitars, mandolin, banjo, dobro, vocals, Randy Meisner Euro bass guitar, vocals, production, Glyn Johns Euro producer, engineer, Howard Kilgore Euro assistant engineer, Barry Diamond Euro mastering, Ted Jensen Euro remastering, Jim Ed Norman Euro string arrangements, Gary Burden Euro art direction, design, Henry Diltz Euro lettering, photography. Charts, album, singles, Tequila Sunrise /21 released April 17, 1973, Outlaw Man / Certain Kind of Fool released August 6, 1973. References